We start things off from Mediaite. Amy Coney Barrett gives emotional account of the moment her son saw her bulletproof vest. Now, we have talked about the justices here for quite some time, and now we have Kagan as well as Barrett here before the committee on Capitol Hill requesting funding for their protection, which is not unusual, of course. As you guys know, you're shrewd, you're aware here on the BuzWeaver channel. So, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett described in emotional detail how security threats have changed her family's life, including forcing her into a delicate moment with her young son after she was given a bulletproof vest. Coney Barrett, a mother of 7, fellow Justice Elena Kagan, appeared on Capitol Hill Tuesday morning to request funding for Supreme Court security in the face of increased threats. The conservative justice describes a moment after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in what widely became known as the Dobbs decision in 2024. You guys may remember the seriousness of this because Roe v. Wade and or abortion is one of the main leveraging points for the Democrats. And, of course, this became a huge issue. I'm going to play a little bit of this so you guys can see it with the caption here. I also do have it on X as well, but we'll play it here so you can see it with captions.
Good?
Yes.
And those statistics sound abstract, but being on the receiving end of them is not. So I thought I would just share a little bit about how the threats have affected me and my family personally. They have required me to, my children, to think about and see things that children should not have to see or think about. One example is when threats to my life were particularly intense a few years ago around the time of the Dobbs leak. My security detail sent me home with a bulletproof vest, and I carried it into my house, put it into my bedroom, dropped it down on a table, turned around, and my 12-year-old son was standing in the doorway of my bedroom, and he wanted to know what it was and why I had it, and I didn't know how to respond because maybe I lack imagination, but I didn't expect that performing this service was going to put me in the position of explaining to my children what a bulletproof vest was and why I had to wear one.
Exactly. And this is the age that we're living in. We have situations now, as you see, as we've covered here on the channel, individuals emboldened and empowered to impede and interfere with ICE agents. And this is unacceptable when now we have the justices who are now having to come to Capitol Hill to get funding for their protection. And here's Barrett with Keenan right here. As you see, the Supreme Court judges in rare congressional appearance seek major boosts in security fundings, and it's absolutely true. And here she is here with the recording as well. But you guys may remember a few years ago when Kavanaugh was going through his hearing or going through his process of becoming a justice. Kavanaugh accuser admits she fabricated allegations as a ploy for attention. Remember, it was Dianne Assault Rifle Feinstein that brought out Christine Blasey Ford to appear there to make all these accusations about Kavanaugh, which never, ever happened. And then we have here some additional information, because they didn't even show her picture in that Yahoo article because they want people just to forget about what actually happened. Kavanaugh accuser Christine Blasey Ford recounts dark times, death threats after 2018 testimony. It's still scary. See, the Democrats put her in this position. It was Dianne Feinstein who put her in this position to come out there. They flew her out there. She didn't want to be there, and then she had to pretend that this situation with Kavanaugh happened, and it never did. It's absolutely disgusting. And you may remember when they were protesting outside Kavanaugh's home. We covered this on the channel as well. This was 4 years ago, and the protesters were outside his home. And then we learned that one of them was arrested. And we were like, why is you see here, I think this is his protection detail. It's like, why were these people not arrested? Now, they're on the sidewalk, which is a public space, but it's a particular space that is the concern. Because these people are emboldened. They're probably paid by organizations to be out there to create chaos, to create disorder, to create the problems. And as I mentioned with the Dobbs leak, which was, people were saying the decision for abortion was going to be turned over to the states. And we never learned who that was. So unsurprising that we never learned who it was, considering the significance of it to a certain political party. But so they're out there, and this is quite extraordinary to see two justices there having to come to Capitol Hill to seek funding for their personal protection. But we have seen this happening here, and more, especially now when you see these emboldened people out there with ICE. And we just saw out of Maine where they were suspending traffic stops by ICE because of what happened there. And there's a lot of debate over that, whether that was an idea that they should have done, because now it's going to maybe even embolden them even more because now they got a little bit of leverage. They've gotten the ICE agents to slow down. And so we'll see how all that turns out. But this is quite extraordinary. I wanted to share this moment with you guys because I know that many of you that have been here on the channel for quite some time know that we have covered this, and we can see all of this escalating. We can see all this coming together to where it is. But I do want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And, of course, everyone here on YouTube. I want to also indicate that, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, Instagram, and TikTok. You guys can follow me there to see the additional posts that I do there throughout the day as well. And, of course, my affiliate marketing links, that's Amazon and my favorite VPN, TrustZone. You guys can use those links to help support the channel. You guys know how they work. But, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments are just as good, and they are just as appreciated. But I want to thank all you guys. So, appearing there on the screen, that'd be the channel icon here for YouTube. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notification. That way you'll know there's content on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.